Alright everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the Subor RS-94 little video game emulator handheld type deal. And this thing retails for $34.19, and I'll put a link in if you want to look at it. But I have a couple of issues with it. Let me just go over a couple of specs with you first. It has 1,100 games on it. It has, like, a little very cheesy MP4 player, video player, book reader, those types of things. It has 4 gigabytes of internal memory, and that's to hold the 1,000 games. And it has a micro SD card slot with a capacity of 32 gigs. It doesn't come with one, but you can buy one and put it on there. Now, it emulates like Famicom, Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and the Capcom 2 arcade board. I will tell you, the sound on this thing isn't that good, and the user interface is not that good either. So it's got a couple of bad points, but it seems to work well. Um, the little gamepad thing doesn't work well with all the games, but it is what it is. So let me get it out of the box and show it to you. Okay, in the box you get the manual, which is all in Chinese, so it's completely useless. You can put that in your fireplace. And then you got your mini USB cable. It don't have a micro USB. It is the mini USB. So old school on that. And then here's the unit itself. Now this unit does not output to the TV. There's no AV out for this thing at all. You got your shoulder buttons here on the top, your charge port here. There's the little part where you could put your memory card. That's your little headphone jack right there. Here's your button, start, select, volume up and down, the little gamepad thing. There's the volume up and down, start, select. There's the screen. It's 2.8 inches. And on the bottom there's nothing. The battery compartment is back there. It's a 3.7 700 lithium ion. One of them old flip phone cell phone batteries. That's what it looks like. That's about it. Like I said, this part here, this little gamepad, doesn't work well with all the games. Some of the games it works fine. Some of them it doesn't want to go up and down, or it's just not, the games just weren't programmed for having that type of control device. So they're basically up, down, left, right. So, okay, let's turn it on and check it out. And the battery does last for a while, so I'll give it that. She flipped a little switch there. Now it's going to load up the operating system. I'll go through the menus real quick for you. You just scroll from side to side. You got your settings. You got your file manager. That's for if you want to copy files from the file manager to the micro SD card, because I'm going to show you where the menu is not very intuitive. So you would want to pop a micro SD card in here and copy the games that you like to play over to the SD card, because they don't break the games into any kind of sub-menu system. It's all just, okay, like 1 to 1,000. Here's all the games, and you have to go through, click down 500 times to get to the one you want. And there's no, I didn't see any favorites type thing, so that's kind of, bad about that. That's what's bad about that. So there's your file manager. There's your ebook reader. There's your picture. So you would hit, say you had some pictures stored on here. You would hit A. Then that'll come up and you scroll to the picture you want. And you would hit A again, and that'll show you the picture. So you just hit B to go back and back to the main menu. There's your video player. There's your music player. There's a couple songs on there. I'm not going to play them because I don't want any copyright strike or anything. Then there's the games, and it's broken down into 3 categories. The arcade, which is the Capcom System 2 emulator. And another thing is everything is in Chinese on these, or Japanese, whatever it is. You know, that's another bad thing. Then you got your U-disc, which is your internal storage. And then you got your SD card, which is what you would put right in here. Okay, so you would go, say you went to the arcade and hit A. That'll bring the games up right here. And then it's got your typical stuff, you know, your Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter, you know, Street Fighter. And then a bunch of the other ones like Area 88, Magic Sword, and let's see if I can find that one because that one's kind of easy to run. Yeah, there's Magic Sword right there. That's kind of an easy one to demonstrate for you. So you would hit the A button. And that'll bring that up. And you would hit the select button to add credits because it is an arcade board. So you would have to do that. That would be like you dropping a quarter in, would be like you hitting the select button. Yeah, I got killed right off the bat. Wasn't even trying. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button like a dumbo. See, the games play well, okay, but the sound is just not there. The sound is very distorted sounding, you know. Okay, so there you go with that. Now to quit the game, you would just hit the select and start at the same time. And then it'll bring you back to this menu. Return the game, quit the game, and then you would just hit A to quit the game. Okay, and then to quit this menu, the Capcom System 2 emulator, you would just hit the A again. Then it goes back to that. Then you would hit the B button to go back to the main menu. And then you would go on the U-disc, and then here's the part that's bad right here that I don't like. I mean, the games are good, but it's just going through them all. Right there, you got 1,150. You'd have to sit there and scroll through all of these games, and that's kind of like the Achilles heel of this thing. But other than that, the games play fine. Like I said, the sound is a little shaky. But this has like all this Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance. Not many of the Famicom. It's mostly Game Boy Advance. I would say the majority of the games on here are Game Boy Advance. And yeah, right there was Contra 3 right there. See, right there. Contra 3. But most of the games are Game Boy Advance. There's some Super Nintendo and some regular Nintendo, but not many of those. It's very few and far between with those. So yeah, it has tons of really good games on here. It's just going through here and finding them all. You know, that's the kind of part that's no good. But, you know, it is what it is. I would give it like a C. You know, it's, 34 bucks. You know, maybe 24 bucks. It'd be worth buying it. But 34 bucks, I don't know. Maybe you could see if you could find a coupon code or something like that. And you could get it, you know, like maybe for 25 bucks it would be okay, but I don't know if I'd go 34 bucks plus shipping, and I just don't know if it's worth it. There's other machines out there that are a little bit better. So I think I might just have to pass on that. Alright guys, there you go. The Subor RS-94 2.8 inch screen, little game emulator portable player. Alright guys, have a nice day.